Hey, what's up everybody? In today's video, I'm gonna be doing a mock draft, basically like a 10-team PPR. And, before the video starts, or I guess it already started, but basically wanted to say, like, don't just take my word for this stuff. I'm not an expert. I just really enjoy fantasy football. I enjoy the, just everything about it. Been playing it for years and years. But basically just want to say, I've done some research. I have some ideas. They might be good ideas, but make sure you, do your own research too. Because sometimes, people don't have the best ideas, so I just want to make sure if you're putting money in your fantasy leagues, like, I'm not held liable for, any money you might lose. It's not investment advice, so just beware of what I'm about to share in this video with this mock draft. But that's basically what I want to share before I get into this video, so I hope you guys enjoy. Hey, what's going on, everybody? So I'm glad you just watched that intro. So now, you sort of know what to expect coming into this, basically. But anyways, so now let's actually get into some fantasy football. So I'm going to be doing a 10-team mock draft, as you know from this video. I'm going to do 10-team PPR, and I'm going to be using this Draft Wizards here. I'm not sure if you guys used it before, but it's basically like a simulation, so you can like go through mock drafts like a lot faster. So you don't have to like wait around, because I know sometimes doing like ESPN and those kind of things, like people will leave the draft like right when you start it, and like, it's not that fun when everyone leaves the draft and they're just auto drafting. But this one uses like some kind of algorithm to basically pick for other people. So I'm gonna do 10-team. Let's see. Let's do randomize. I don't know what I'm gonna get. 9th, man. Honestly, in this year's draft, I'd love to get the top 3 or 4 picks. But I think you can make do with basically anything you have. So there we go. I'm gonna do 1 quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, tight end, flex, defense, kicker, 6 bench spots. Okay. I think this is all good here. So now let's get into the draft. Loading. Got some coffee. It's pretty important, at least in my life. But yeah. Okay. Here we are. Okay. I do not want to take a tour right now. I'm trying to film a video currently. All right, guys. So here we are now. They just ran through the first 8 picks, as you can see here. McCaffrey, Barkley, Elliott, Kamara. Those are the 4 guys I'd start off with, honestly. Any of those 4 guys if I was in the top 4. But honestly, basically my strategy this year, what I like to do is start off with probably like most likely 2 running backs, maybe 3. Just I think that when you start off with running backs, there's so many receivers in like the round 3, 4, 5 range that have just great value in my personal opinion. And so that's sort of what I've been doing. And so that's what I'll probably do in this draft. So let's see here who else they got. Michael Thomas, Dalvin Cook, Henry, Devontae Adams. Okay, so we got running backs. What running back do I want to select? So, honestly, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Miles Sanders, Joe Mixon. For this one, I think now with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, it's just he has a potential to be like a top 5 running back with, this Chiefs offense, and the fact that Damian Williams is opting out of the season. It's no wonder that Clyde Edwards-Helaire has moved up like to the first round. But I also like Miles Sanders as well. So honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with either of these guys right here at this position. But for this draft, let's just go with Helaire. Let's go with Helaire. Why not start off with Helaire? But I think he could have a great season. All right, let's see who we got now. All right, so I'm probably going to go with another running back. I just don't really like taking wide receivers that early. I mean, I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with it, but personally, I like to start with running backs this year. That's just my personal opinion. So, take it as it is. Okay, so now we got Austin Eckler, Kenyon Drake, Josh Jacobs. Personally, I don't love Austin Eckler. I don't know. I think he could be a solid player, but personally, I think sometimes you just have a feeling about players. And for me this year, I don't know. Just don't really love him. But honestly, here with my options, Kenyon Drake or Josh Jacobs, I honestly might have to go with Kenyon Drake. I think this Cardinals offense this year is just going to put up crazy numbers with DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray. I mean, this entire offense, Kenyon Drake, I think, is going to catch a lot of passes. So in PPR, of course, that's important. So I think Kenyon Drake could have a great year. So let's go with Kenyon Drake. So as you can see here, starting off with 2 running backs, Edwards-Helaire and Kenyon Drake. I like that start. Honestly, wherever you pick, I honestly would start with running backs. But it always depends on your draft. But that's basically what I'm doing. And so, okay. So let's see who all went. This moves pretty quickly. So tons of receivers: Julio, Tyreek, Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's interesting this year because I think that, obviously with Kareem Hunt on the Browns as well, I think that sort of can hurt Nick Chubb, obviously, with Kareem Hunt being able to catch a lot of passes. And I think that's why I like Kareem Hunt a lot this year too, especially in PPR. Especially if Nick Chubb ever goes down, Kareem Hunt will be a top player. So I mean, honestly, with Nick Chubb, I'm just sort of giving my thoughts on some of these guys who've been taken, but with Nick Chubb, I think that he still could be good. It's just I think at least I wouldn't pick him in the first round. Probably better in the second round, in my personal opinion. But I think that he could be good. But honestly, I think there's just he's lacking upside because of Kareem Hunt. That's my personal opinion. So we got Eckler, Josh Jacobs, Godwin, Mike Evans, Kelsey, tight end going. All right. So let's see here. First quarterback taken, second quarterback taken. And for me personally, also, I'm gonna be waiting for tight end most likely, and what's it called? Quarterback, unless a guy falls to me. For tight end, honestly, I'm probably in my draft, I've been targeting Hayden Hurst. He's my favorite tight end. He's going around like 10th ADP right now. But I think that Falcons offense is going to be amazing this year, and there's lots of passes to go around on that team. And so I'll probably go with Hayden Hurst if we can get him later. But anyways, okay, we probably should get a wide receiver. I mean, you could take Aaron Jones. I mean, the fact that he's this late, I mean, usually he's going in the second round. So he honestly could be a good pickup. At least going in the mid-second round with Aaron Jones, I just think that, of course, he had an insane year last year. I'm a huge Packers fan, for those of you who don't know. But, man, I mean, at this point, you could take him. But the fact that I already have 2 running backs, I sort of want to get a wide receiver here before more of them start going. So at this position, I'm probably going to go with wide receiver. Let's see who we got here. Why doesn't it show me more? It's only showing me like, let me see here. Top ranked players. No. All right. Maybe cheat sheets will show me all of the options. Yeah. Okay. So wide receiver. I mean, these are their personal tiers for their, what they think. Okay. So I love Calvin Ridley. I'd probably take him in the 4th round, honestly. But I mean, with some of these other lots of good wide receivers up here, so I don't need to go crazy at this point. I don't need to reach this early. But I think Allen Robinson could have a good year. The quarterback play is a little questionable, with Trubisky. Maybe Nick Foles will come in. But I also like Juju, DJ Moore. I mean, I think any of these guys could be solid options. So today, let's go with. Let's go with Juju. I think he could have a good year. I think that Ben Roethlisberger will bounce back this year. Last year he had lots of injuries. I mean, he didn't really play much, but the year before he was lights out. So I think, of course, he's getting old, but I still think he could have a solid year, and I think Juju could have a good year as well. And honestly, I feel like in fantasy football, it's like, of course, you can think that, who's going to do great in the season. But at the end of the season, when you look back at your draft, you're like, dang, I can't believe I took the guy that early. So, you're probably going to miss on some players. You're going to hit on lots of players. But, yeah, I think it just comes down to sort of the way you draft and then sort of how you manage your team throughout the year. But that's just my personal opinion. Okay, so let us take a look now. So now who else we have go off the board? So Allen Robinson went off. Aaron Jones went off. Now it is me. So now we have, what's our team? Let's look at my roster. So we got Edwards, Hilaire, Kenyon Drake, Juju. I might go with another wide receiver here, let's take a look at the running backs. We got, Fournette. Sorry, my dog's rolling around on my bed in the background. I don't know if you can hear him, but sorry if you can. Okay. So I also like DJ Moore. And Odell. I mean, honestly, Odell, of course, there's some questions with him. Can he stay healthy? Baker Mayfield was sort of a dud last year. But, I mean, Odell's still Odell, and I feel like we can't forget his past. But I think DJ Moore could be a good, solid option this year. I really like DJ Moore. Yeah, let's go with DJ Moore. Yeah, okay. Yeah, let's do it. All right, so now we got 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. Typically haven't started enough drafts for myself personally. But, oh, dang, Calvin Ridley. Missed him. Honestly, Calvin Ridley is probably my favorite guy to pick. I had a draft the other day with my main league that I'm in with lots of my high school friends. Actually, I'll link the video down below, but I basically review my team. We had a live draft. I sort of reviewed that, put who I took in that draft, and I took Calvin Ridley in the 4th round. I just think that this year, I think that he's going to break out even more. Last year he did pretty solid, and this year I think he's just going to really have a great season. Maybe he could be a top 10 wide receiver. I don't know, hot take maybe, but I think he could be top 10 wide receiver. So we didn't get him today, but I'd be looking out for Calvin Ridley. Okay, so now here we are again. What round is it? Let's take a look here. So roster, we got those guys. Coming into this, we had lots of quarterbacks. Some more quarterbacks go. Is this loaded? Cheat sheet hasn't loaded. Load. Didn't it say that? Oh, no, it hasn't. Sorry, I thought these guys were guys taken. They're not taken yet. My bad. My bad. My bad, everybody. All right, so let's take a look who we got here. I'm still not going to go quarterback. I mean, you could take a guy. I mean, what round are we in? Round, oh, there. I can actually see what pick we are. That's a little better. Okay, so we're round 5. I mean, you could take, I mean, Dak Prescott will be solid, but still, honestly, I'd still wait for QB. That's just my personal opinion. So now let's take a look at the options we got. Lots of receivers went off the board. Could go with another running back, depending on who's available. Who we got left? I did not mean to click on David Johnson. I did take David Johnson in my league I drafted the other day, but I think there's some question marks with him, but I still think he'll get like 15, 20 touches a game. I mean, they gave away DeAndre Hopkins for David Johnson, so you'd have to think they'd like want to run David Johnson a ton considering they gave up so much. I mean, I think that was a pretty dumb trade, but, you know, maybe they're going to like want to prove their point if they drafted David Johnson. That's one reason. It might not be a valid reason at all. It could be completely, you know, worth nothing, but personally, I think it means something. So that's my personal opinion. Okay, so now we got, let's see our options. Jonathan Taylor, I don't really like him. I think he could be good, but with Marlon Mack, all that going on in the backfield, I just sort of been staying away. I like David Montgomery. I think he can be solid. Mark Ingram, Kareem Hunt, as I told you earlier, I think that he could be solid in PPR, like as a flex play. And if Nick Chubb ever goes down, I think he'd be top 5 running back. So I did pick him in my other league the other day. So I think he could be a solid option. David Montgomery could be a solid option. So I'm probably gonna go with one of those two guys here. Let's go with Montgomery in this draft. Let's go with Montgomery. I feel like he has a solid floor. Montgomery does. Okay. So now there we go. Let's take a look at the team now. All right, so now we got Edwards, Hilaire, Kenyon Drake. I like this. I like this this draft so far. Pretty solid. All right, everybody. So now we got 2 wide receivers, 3 running backs. I mean, this could be a time. I mean, depending on when you want to take a tight end, it's sort of up to you. But who we got? Where are the tight ends on here, man? Honestly, don't use this tool super often, but it's the simplest, I think, for like doing a video on this. All right, so we got some of these guys. I might wait to try to get Hayden Hurst in like a round later if he will stay. I hope he does. We'll see if he does. But now, I'm not going to take a quarterback. I'm probably going to go wide receiver. Let's look at the wide receivers. Where are you guys hiding out? Okay, here we go. Ooh, a lot of wide receivers. I guess we are PPR. Of course, wide receivers have gone. Honestly, at this point, okay, round, what are we on? 5, 6? Okay, so this makes sense. Okay, so we got Terry McLaurin. I think he'll have a great year. I think he's a solid wide receiver. We got, I think Metcalf is good. Parker's good. Let's go with McLaurin. Got some indecision right now, man. Indecision. McLaurin will be good. I think Metcalf will have a solid season with Tyler Lockett. They both sort of take away from each other. It's like if only one of those guys are there, man, they'd be lights out with Russell Wilson. Because, I mean, Russell Wilson's a solid quarterback, one of the best. So, I mean, Metcalf would be a good pick here. I honestly like Devontae Parker as well. I picked him in my other league. Jonathan Taylor, again, no. T.Y. Hilton, injury risk, I don't really like. I mean, I don't know. I think there's lots of reasons to not want to draft T.Y. Hilton, so I'm going to stay away from him. Let's go with McLaurin. Let's go with him. I think he can have a solid year. Even though Washington's not great, I think McLaurin is a great receiver. I even saw today that I think it was McLaurin they're talking about, but Odell asked for tips from McLaurin. I don't know why that's happening. I mean, you would think McLaurin would ask tips from Odell, but I mean, maybe that shows you. Maybe McLaurin is better than Odell. I don't think that's the case, but I mean, he's asking for tips. So who knows, guys? Who knows? All right. Oh, we got an ad here. Let's see. Upgrade? No thanks. No offense to anyone who upgrades. I mean, it's probably solid product, but right now, you know, we're trying to film a video. So maybe after the video, guys. All right, so we got McLaurin. Okay, now what pick are we? Man, my face keeps hiding this draft pick. Okay, 709. It might be time for a tight end. It might be time for a quarterback. Personally, I love Carson Wentz. I think that he could be a top 3, top 5 quarterback this year. I mean, I had lots of stats somewhere in here. I made a video about Carson Wentz earlier. Let me find it and I'll link it down below about why I love Carson Wentz so much. I've gone through tons of stats and sometimes they just get stuck in your head and I don't have them right here. But Carson Wentz in the past few years has just been one of the top quarterbacks when he's been healthy. And I think that this year the Eagles have added some talent, Jalen Reagor, some of these other guys to this team, Miles Sanders as well, great out of the backfield. And so I think that he could be solid. So I think like right now could be a good time to take him because I probably by the time we come back, he will probably be gone. Let's take a look if we got any other running. So I mean, Kareem Hunt's still here. Some of the other guys, I don't really need to take another running back now. I could. I have 3 already. Wide receiver is down here, right? They're hiding all the way down here. Okay. Show more. Show more. Dang, I did not click on him. Some of these guys are just popping up randomly. All right, guys. So here's some other. No, I think I'd either go running back here or quarterback. Honestly, I think Kareem Hunt would be a good pick personally. If I was going running back, I'd probably go Kareem Hunt right here, honestly. But I might go QB. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I mean, you can't really talk to me now. I'm filming this. Let's go Carson Wentz, okay? Go Carson Wentz. You know, sometimes I think there's just multiple picks you could possibly make. You just got to figure out what you think fits best in the moment. So right now, I'm liking our team. I'm liking our team. Got some great running backs. Some pretty solid wide receivers, 3rd and 4th round. A solid quarterback. I think it could be a top 5 quarterback. So far, I mean, this is sort of how I've been building, how I've envisioned building my team. Because right now I'm currently just in one main league. I mean, sometimes I have been in more leagues before, but in this one league I'm in, we got trophies. We have, prizes for winners. Winner gets like $500 or something. We have a loser's trophy, winner's trophy. So I sort of take that one very seriously. And so I tend to not join too many because I'm like cheering for so many different players. I like to have like one solid team, but maybe I'll join a few more leagues. But this is sort of the way that I built that team. Running back early, some wide receivers, some more running backs, and then waiting for tight end and QB sort of late. I guess we picked 7th round quarterback in this one. Anyways, that's just my philosophy this year for fantasy football. So maybe you want to follow it, maybe you don't. It's up to you. Okay. So here we are. Now what are we in? We're in the 8th round. We should probably be looking for tight end. Hopefully Hayden Hurst wasn't picked yet. Come on, baby. Is he still around? He's still around. No one else has picked a tight end yet. Might be able to wait a little longer. Pushing our luck a little bit, but no one is picking running backs. Why is no one picking running backs? I feel like some of these running backs should be gone by now. Maybe I'm the fool. Maybe I should be taking more receivers. But nah. Okay, so now let's take a look at this roster. See, when we do these drafts, like with the simulation, it's like you don't have time to think between people's picks, which can be nice. But so I'm just sort of thinking right now. Okay, so 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers. We still need a tight end, and we have a quarterback. Okay, and now we have some running backs left still. Wide receivers, Will Fuller. I think he could be a solid wide receiver this year. Will Fuller with Deshaun Watson. I think Fuller could have a great season. Marvin Jones. Honestly, I like Marvin Jones. All right, guys. Swift could be good. I mean, I could go. I mean, Kareem Hunt being around in the 8th round. I mean, I think that's sort of a steal. Honestly, yeah, I think like Kareem Hunt. I don't know why these guys are still. I feel like they should be gone by now. Maybe it's just this algorithm is messing around today. Ooh. All right, guys. I've been talking about Kareem Hunt so much. I mean, yeah, why not? We're going with Kareem Hunt. We'll see if Will Fuller is around to the next pick. And then hopefully Hayden Hurst stays. Well, let's see here. Fuller. Nope, he was next. Should have taken him there if we wanted him. Could have gone with him. But, Kareem Hunt, I like his upside. I like the potential. I mean, if Nick Chubb ever goes down in the season, even if he's out, misses, let's say Nick Chubb doesn't go down for like the year. Let's say he misses a couple games. Kareem Hunt could come in that week and just like really help your team. Solid play. And as I said earlier, I think he'd be a solid flex play. Get like, 3 to 5 targets a game. So personally, I like Kareem Hunt. So I'm good with that pick. Now what are we? 909. Okay. I bet you tight ends have gone. Let's take a look and see what the algorithm chose. Tight ends. Dang. They're still around. We've really been able to wait for the tight end position. That's sort of what I prefer. Okay. Oh, man. Wide receivers have really gone since I last picked. All right. Okay. Maybe I should have picked wide receiver last time. Okay, so now we got quarterback, 3 running backs. No, 4 running backs, 3 wide receivers. Yeah, I probably need another wide receiver right now. Okay, so we got James and Crowder, Sterling Shepard. Honestly, not many great options at the wide receiver position right now in this 9th round. But I'm probably in the 9th round, I'm probably going for a more upside. So at this point, man, I sort of wish I chose Will Fuller. Oh well. Oh, okay, guys. Here's a guy that I love personally. I love. He's a guy, Alan Lazard. I'm a Packers fan, and so I watch every single Packers game. Man, Aaron Rodgers and Lazard, they started connecting down in the season. Devin Funchess, who the Packers brought in this year, is no longer going to be on the Packers because he exempted because this the thing that's going around. I can't really say it on this YouTube channel. I don't think. I think it gets demonetized or something. I'm actually not monetized, so I can sort of say anything right now. But regardless, Alan Lazard, Devin Funchess is gone. Devontae Adams, of course, is the top wide receiver for the Packers. But Alan Lazard is going to be the number 2 guy. And honestly, I think he's going to have a major breakout season. And the fact that you're able to get him basically 9th, 10th round, I really do love Alan Lazard. And honestly, I think Aaron Rodgers is very underrated this year. He has declined a little in the past couple of years, but he's still putting up great numbers. He's Aaron Rodgers. He's getting older, but I don't think his time is done. And I think that this year the media just sort of made him angry. And I think that this year he's going to have a great year. Maybe I'm biased, but honestly, I think that Alan Lazard is going to do great. I might be able to pick him in the next round. Honestly, I'll get him in every single draft. Just because you get him late, I think he has so much upside this upcoming season. Like, seriously, I think he has tons of upside. So with the current guys going around, I could pick a guy who maybe most people would think is a safer pick. There are lots of other good options. Judy should be good this year. Rager will be pretty good. CeeDee Lamb. Personally, I might be reaching at this point for Lazard, but I honestly like him more than these guys. And maybe I'm completely wrong. Maybe I am, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm right, guys. But I think I can probably wait another pick to pick Lazard. So at this point, tight ends are still around, right? Okay. Tight ends are still around. Can we wait for Lazard? We can probably wait for him, right? Yeah, I can probably wait for Lazard. All right, decision time. Let's go with, you know what? I'm doing it. I'm doing it. This is my guy. And so in the 9th round, I'm reaching a little bit, but sometimes you got to reach. Maybe it was a bad decision, but the season will tell. This is a fake team, so we won't actually be able to tell from this team. But maybe that was emotional, guys. But anyways, I love Lazard. But do your own research. Maybe I was a little early, but regardless, I have the guy that I love, and that's at the end of the day, man. You gotta go with your heart. Okay. All right. So here we are. Should we go with a wide receiver? We only have 3 right now. Oh, I love Zach Moss, by the way. I can probably get him last round. There are just so many guys that I love. And so some drafts, I'm like, man, I just want all of them. But, unfortunately, that's not how fantasy football works. You can't draft every player. All right. So with the guys around, these guys are still here. And I still like Hayden Hurst. But maybe people are probably going to get taken by the next time I come around. So I say right here, we go with, I also think Higbee could be a solid receiver. But I'm going to go ahead and wait on that. I'm going to get another receiver. I just want to get one more right here. And so between these options, no guy that I really love right here, to be honest. Sterling Shepard, Anthony, CeeDee Lamb could have a great season. I just don't love really these options. You know what? I'm gonna go with some upside. I think Jalen Reagor could have a good season. Personally think so. Man, I gotta make a decision. I'm gonna go with all right, you know what? I'm gonna go with Hayden Hurst. I'm just gonna take him because I think he'll be gone by next pick. Because I think everyone's gonna stack up on tight ends. So I'm just going with Hayden Hurst. I just like him a lot. And then the 11th round, even though those other guys are there, I think in most other leagues, those other guys would have gone by now. Tight ends. I don't know why those guys were sticking around. See, as you can see, everyone picked tight ends. So I just really like Hayden Hurst this year. So that's just what it is. Okay. So here we are. Let's see who's around. So now what we got? What round are we in? We're in the 11th round. We have I'm going to save defense kicker last round. So we got 3 picks left to make here. I'm not going to pick a backup quarterback. I'm not going to pick a backup tight end. So we probably go running back here, running back then receiver. One guy I love. Let's see if he's still here. Scrolling. All right. So we got Philip Lindsay. Could be good. Melvin Gordon starting there. Tevin Coleman, maybe. Sonny Michel. I really like Zach Moss. I think that, he's behind Devin Singletary, or at least people think he is. I honestly question whether or not they'll just be splitting carries, because it seems the way that the team's talking about him that they really like Zach Moss and think that they'll sort of be splitting time a lot. And I think that maybe Zach Moss could take over. I think he's going to get the goal line work in this upcoming season. And so I drafted Zach Moss in my other league, and I really like him. I think that he'll have a great season. So I think he's a guy you should definitely be looking for later in your draft. With these other options here, Lindsay could be good. Duke Johnson. So we got tons of backups right now. And, of course, Alexander Mattison, if Dalvin Cook doesn't go through with his signing. We also got Adrian Peterson. See, the thing with Adrian Peterson is now because of Darius Geis. I never know how to say his name. But he's gone. Adrian Peterson will probably get a lot of the carries. At least he's pretty old now, so that's the only reason I'm a little worried. But I think that he's moved up in ADP on most sites. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I think he could be a solid option here. I think that he will get 10 to 15 touches, maybe more. I don't know, each week. I also like Zach Moss. So honestly, I might go with Adrian Peterson right here, just because I think that he has a solid chance to get carries. Could be a good flex play throughout the season. Yeah, that's what I'll think I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with Adrian Peterson here. Yeah, I think that he's going a lot higher now, but not here. We got him. We got a steal. I think he should have a good season. All right, so there we go now. So now we're up again, right? Yeah, it's my turn. Okay, 12th round. I didn't click on him. Not sure why he popped up. All right, so now, as you can see the team construction so far, as I said, start with running back, go wide receiver, waited for tight end, got him, waited for QB, solid tight end in my personal opinion. We'll see if in the season what actually happens. But other tight end I like a lot is Mike Gesicki. I think he could have a solid year, and he's going as the 15th tight end, so he's another sleeper guy. This year I'm sort of going for sleeper tight ends, and if they don't work out, I'll pick someone else up. But for tight ends, I think you either go early or you go late. I think that's just sort of how it goes. So I like diving. Okay, so I think the team we have right now is solid. Some solid guys with some guys who have some more upside, and then let's take a look. What are they suggesting? Okay, so I might want to go wide receiver here. Let's take a look. Wide receivers we got left. Cheat sheet. All right. Okay, so now we got the team made up so far. Okay, so now we got to discuss some rookies, some guys with upside. I like Jalen Reagor. I like Jerry Jeudy. I think they're both solid options. I'm gonna go with Reagor. I think he's gonna have a pretty good year. Of course, with a rookie, you don't really know what you're gonna get, but I think he could be good. So let's go with Reagor here. The draft is finishing up. If you guys watch this far, I appreciate it for watching. If you want to see some more content, probably gonna be putting out more fantasy content before the season starts in the next few weeks, and then throughout the season I'll do that as well. So if you want to see some more content, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. If you've enjoyed this video so far, make sure you like it down below as well. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so now we're almost done here. So now let's see. Well, running back, we got Zach Moss still around. If he is, I'm gonna snag him. I'm not sure if he will be here. Come on, baby. Dang, he got snagged. All right. Maybe I should have picked him earlier. Oh, Alexander Mattison. Why is Madison still around? I don't think he'll be around in most normal leagues because I think he's a solid. If Cook goes down, he could be a top 10 running back. And the fact also that Dalvin Cook has lots of injury history, I think that he could be even if Cook does come in and play right away, Madison still could be, a guy who Dalvin Cook could get injured throughout the year. And anytime he does get injured, Madison could have a solid game. And so right now with Madison here, I'm going to go with Madison. I also like Zach Moss, as I stated, so be looking out for him. That's my personal opinion. All right, so now we're going to finish off with defense and a kicker. Honestly, I usually stream defenses and kickers, and if, one starts to do really well, I'll keep them. I don't really just care about the position. I just think it's sort of a, I just don't like picking them. So right now I'm not putting much thought into the kicker and defense. Let's just go with the defense here. We'll just go with the Ravens. Why not? Yeah, because we got 2 picks left. We got 2 picks. So we got the Ravens here. Probably good. Look at all those defenses. Alrighty, going to end it off with a kicker. Most important position in fantasy football. Most important position. All right, so everyone is going. Let us see how we finish this draft off. Let us see how we finish this off. All right, here we go. Kicker time, baby. Kicker time. Kicker time. Where are the kickers? Kicker. All right, let's go with Jake Elliott on the Eagles. I think the Eagles will be good this year. So let's take Elliott. So there's my team. The draft is finished. Oh, they gave me a bad score, man. I don't agree with the experts personally. Okay, so here's the final team. So we started off with 2 running backs: Edwards, Hilaire, Kenyon Drake. We got Juju. We got DJ. So some more middle of the line wide receivers, but I think they could have good seasons. I would have liked to be able to get Calvin Ridley at some point. He's a guy that I really like, but not going to happen in this draft. So it didn't happen. Then we got Hayden Hurst as our starting tight end. I think that he's going to have a good year this year. He's more of a sleeper. So I think he'll have a good year. We got David Montgomery at flex. I think he'll be good. And then we got McLaurin. Hunt is our backup. Lazard, a guy that I'm out of reach for in this draft, but I still like Lazard. I think he'll have a great season. There were some other options at that point. Then we got Peterson, Rager, and Madison. So overall, I like this team. This is sort of the way I like to draft with running backs and wide receivers. But there are definitely tons of other wide receivers who I think in this era you can pick and draft who have, who I think could have great seasons. I think Juju, just because the Steelers, I think, are going to bounce back. I think DJ Moore is a solid receiver. I think he'll have a good year. And so overall, let's see if there's anything I would have done differently. Maybe at one point where I picked Kareem Hunt, I would have gone Will Fuller, maybe. I mean, I think the weakness of this team is my receivers. Obviously, I started with the running backs, and maybe I should have gotten a little more wide receiver heavy. But overall, I still like the team. But wide receivers are lacking a little bit. But we do have some solid running backs. And so I think we have some wide receivers too. Could be good this year with McLaurin. I think Lazard will actually be good. We'll have to see. Don't bet it all on him because, he is a late round pick, but I think he has high upside. But basically, that's the way I like to draft teams. I'm probably going to do some more of these in the future. So if you want to see some more in the future, make sure you subscribe to the channel. But that's basically going to be it for this. If you guys have any questions, any other videos you want to see, make sure you comment it down below. But thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys on the next one.